Hi everybody, Kaiwaza with you, and I just watched a video by MeanMr Mayo, who is somebody that I subscribed to, not that maybe about 6 months ago or something, and he just did a video that I thought was really interesting and I related to a lot, and I just wanted to do a video response to that. I'll put the link below to the original video so that I'm sure my subscribers are like, what are you talking about? But I'll put the link to his video below and you can watch that. But he did a really thoughtful video about called Collecting Is Enough Ever Enough? He is a record collector. I am a record collector. And I think we all ask this question from time to time. But I just kind of wanted to do a response to it. My feeling is yes, there is a time when enough is enough. And I'll get into that a little bit later. He talked about how for him, you thought it was kind of sad when people reach a certain age and sometimes they start giving away their collection or downsizing things. And that and I agree, I mean, I can understand that there's a certain sadness, can be a certain sadness to it, but I don't really think so. I think sometimes it's very beautiful when people do that. I know that collections, whether it's records or whatever, are very personal to us, but I also know from my own experience that when people pass away, even people who are very close to them, sometimes those collections mean nothing to other people. They have no interest at all. My grandmother collected salt and pepper shakers her whole life, and we all took one or two or a couple that we had sentimental attachment to, but the collection was broken up. My mother collected bells, same thing, collection broken up. And in fact, I've told people and they're kind of mortified. I've had family people ask, what should we do with your records? And I'm like, I don't care. Throw them away. Bring up a dump truck and throw them away, because nobody's going to care. I mean, now I have a finite collection. I have about 2,300, 2,500, I don't know the exact number, but I collect Hawaiian records. Actual Hawaiian records by Hawaiians. And it's actually fairly broad. There were a lot of easy listening groups on the mainland that did Hawaiian records, steel guitar artists, because Hawaiian music was popular in other parts of the world at various times, so there are steel guitar artists in Holland and Germany and Indonesia and Japan, many places that had long careers recording Hawaiian albums, and then just music inspired by Hawaii. So it's a pretty broad thing. And I know, a lot of people think certain parts of it are very valuable, and most people don't. I mean, a lot of people, you'd have to chain them to a chair, to make them listen to that stuff. They just don't like it. So, what happens when I'm gone doesn't matter to me. It's not going to matter. I do it because I love it and what gives me pleasure. You talk about, why do we have so much when you can't possibly really listen to all of it even. You have things that, you haven't really listened to. I can relate to that. I understand that. I think it is okay to have something just to have it. You don't necessarily have to listen to it. I have actually listened to everything in my collection because several years ago I went through the process of digitizing it all into a MP3 format. And so I actually had to play every single record. And it did take me 4 years. It took me 4 years of my life working on it every day to do that. But I have played everything. On a regular basis, I do actually, maybe I'm a little unusual in that I do actually listen to the music a lot. In fact, I don't really know contemporary Hawaiian music artists very well because I spend so much time listening to the old records. I listen to the digitized forms a lot, sometimes just on shuffle, and sometimes I'll just pull out the MP3, pull up the files of a particular artist and listen to them. I don't meditate. I can't really do it, but for me, I look at a picture and listen to music, and it really takes me to a place. So I actually do listen to music pretty much every day from it. Yeah, let's talk about the question though directly. Is enough ever enough? And my response kind of is yeah. There's this thing when I talk to my family or friends about, collecting records or whatever, is that there is kind of like a collector's mentality. And I definitely have it sometimes, where you feel like your life is never going to be complete until you have absolutely everything. Like until I have absolutely every Hawaiian themed record that was ever recorded. I, I want every single one. Um, and I think we can all relate to that to some extent, and I don't think it's really a problem unless it crosses. It's not a problem. I mean, in the sense that it's a hobby, and what else gives your life purpose? And I mean, we don't know the meaning of life. I haven't figured it out. So, these hobbies and interests and things that we enjoy that fill the time that are here, or that we're here, are good things, and we should just enjoy them. And it doesn't matter whether other people really benefit from it or not. I mean, I did start an online Hawaiian radio station with my Hawaiian record collection, with the MP3 files I did, and that's been kind of fun to like share that with other people who are interested in it. But the truth of the matter is, if I stopped doing it tomorrow, I'd stop doing it tomorrow. It's like I love the records for myself, my own interest. But when is it too far? When is enough to me? And I can really only speak for myself. I'd say to me it can be too much if the hobby or the interest controls you. You don't control it. You mentioned, that financially it can be, rough sometimes, and pretty close to the bone. And throughout my life, I've had times where I've, been very, very much paycheck to paycheck, and times when I haven't. So, I completely relate to that. But I know for me, like, if I, buy certain records that I find somewhere at a store or eBay or whatever, and I have to have them, and it means that I'm not going to be able to buy groceries that week, that's a problem. That's too much. I mean, when it crosses a line where it interferes with your relationships, and I don't mean somebody just being obnoxious, like, you collect records, it's so annoying, you need to stop it, or I'm going to stop seeing you. Well, that's stupid, then you just need to move on. No. But if it actually means that, you're not putting food on the table for your family, and there are real economic, problems, or you're not spending any time with whoever, with them, because you're spending every few moments you have, record shopping here and there and online, yeah, that's a problem. To me, that's when you need some help. It's an addiction. It's not a hobby. It's an addiction. And I would say also, to me, there is a line you can cross, as far as not even having so much that you don't even know what you have. Now, I have occasionally bought duplicates of something if it was perhaps by an artist that I'm not that enthusiastic about, but they are Hawaiian artists recording in Hawaii, and they should be in the collection, and maybe I don't personally like them that much, but I will get their stuff. And if I come across like a good price, cheap price on something, and I'm not sure whether it's one of those people that I don't remember exactly whether I have it or not, I might get it. But I have, and then realize when I get home, I have it, whatever. But I have run across some people who will go shopping every weekend, record shopping, thrift stores, whatever, buy cheap, dollar records. They're not spending a lot, buy cheap stuff, tons of it, and they're going like, yeah, I think I have this. I'm pretty sure I have this, but I don't know where it is. I think I have it. This one I think I have too, but I'll just get another one. I think when you're buying so much of something that you don't know what you have, to me, that's kind of too much too, and it means, more than anything, what it means is that, that addiction kind of is controlling you. Like, I think you need to take time to organize your collection. Instead of going shopping, go shopping for shelving or whatever, and kind of organize what you have so that you sort of know what's there, and then go forward. So to me, that would be kind of a line where there's a bit of a problem. For me, I pretty much know what I have. What I don't really, the line that I cross that I don't collect anymore, like, I don't get compilations of stuff if I already have the albums that the music all came from. Because I don't need I don't need it. Maybe if I found it for $1, I would be like, okay. But most of the time, I don't. You know, if it's a compilation of things that I already have the original albums, and I don't buy duplicates, unless it's something that I come across a beautiful, pristine copy of something at a good price. Okay, but if it's just, you know, sort of an average condition record and I already have it, I'm not gonna start getting a bunch of duplicates. But that's just to me. Those are my lines of when too much is too much, and that's it. Thanks for the video.